but we don't have it all figured out, and that's okay. But a part of that puzzle that was missing was I didn't have the tools and the skills and the ability to actually see how certain parts of my past that were painful, that were trauma filled, I hadn't fully dealt with them. And so they were still showing up in my life, and they were affecting my relationships, my friendships, business relationships, and even romantic relationships, and not allowing me to show my full, beautiful self in those areas in my life. And it wasn't until I started really doing the work at 24. I started going to seminars. I started, going with coaches and learning from these amazing coaches. I started, reading all these books. I started listening and constantly to podcasts and YouTubes, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohns. They were always in my ear playing. Like, I would fall asleep listening to Tony Robbins. Like, it was just one of those things where I was like, I know I need to rewire the way I think. I need to put a new computer boot basically in my brain, because the old computer right now is not working for me. And I think a lot of the time we don't realize how so much of our environment from growing up actually still affects us in a negative way. Our parents, they did the best they could, but they were still broken in many ways. And sometimes when we're younger, we don't recognize that. We don't see that. We think, I know when I was little, I was like, my parents are superheroes. And then when you get older, you become a teenager. And, for me, that was a very hard time in my life. There was a lot of darkness going on. There was a lot of, fighting. There's a lot of different things that were happening in my life at that time. And now looking back, I have to force myself to just have love and compassion and forgiveness in those different areas, because if we hold on to pain and hurt, it's only going to hurt us. And so I have worked very hard in the past 7 years, especially this past year in my life, to really work through things that I didn't fully deal with. And that's really why we are where we are today with Glam Girls Inspire. Glam Girls Inspire is a global sisterhood, and we are all about empowering women to truly take their true identity as the queen that they are, but also realizing that they have that little girl still inside of them, that little girl inside of them that's still alive, that she holds the key to her creativity, to her joy, to her love, to her freedom, all of that. And so much of the time we don't realize, but when we allow certain things that happen to us that are painful, that are traumatic, that we don't fully recover from or we don't heal from, what happens is that it dims our light down, and we start not showing up for ourselves and others in life in the best way that we're able to. And that's what's so sad, because the world needs your light. The world needs your shine more than ever. And what's so beautiful about Glam Girls Inspire is that we are giving you the platform, the tools in your toolbox, to where you can learn how to heal from your past pain. You can learn to heal from the trauma and forgive yourself and forgive those people that have hurt you, but creating that strong foundation. See, as a glam girl, we believe that in order for you to be the true queen that you have been called to be in life, you have to set a strong foundation in your queendom, okay? And if you don't have a strong foundation, it's going to break. If there's any crack in your foundation, it's going to break. And any cracks that are, let's say, not inability to forgive others, or you're still dealing from an ex that hurt you from 5 years ago, or whoever and anyone that has hurt you, done anything to you, all of those are cracks in your foundation. And if you have any cracks in your foundation, you can't allow that foundation to grow and blossom. And so at Glam Girls, we're all about giving you the right tools so you can be able to create a strong foundation, so you can grow to your greatness as a queen that you are called to be, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, every level, because you have so much to give in the world. But if we don't take care of ourselves first, if we don't deal with all of our baggage that we have dealt with in our lives, then we're never going to be able to get to that point. And so today, being that it's November 1st, it's literally, there is 60 more days of 2019, but not only that, this is the turn of the decade, okay? Think about it. We're about to go into the 2020. So think about, this is what I want you to do. I want you to just kind of take some time over this weekend to kind of reflect on this whole past 9 years of your life. I want you to think about what the past 9 years of your life has been for you. What have you gone through? What have you grown through? What have you healed from? What have you not fully healed from? How have you experienced life? And what would you like these next 9 years to look like in a new decade? And that gets me so excited because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like 24 was a very defining part for me in my life. And now that I'm 31, I'm thinking, okay, the past decade has literally been life-changing for me. It's been very hard, very painful, very dark. There's been so many defining moments for me, but I will sit here and say that suffering creates happiness, because it's only through suffering, through things, that we learn to see empathy and love for others, empathy and love for ourselves, and that's where we create this amazing level of happiness and joy, because you can't have joy without first experiencing suffering, because you wouldn't appreciate the joy. You wouldn't know what the joy is because you hadn't first experienced the opposite, which is suffering. And so I want to encourage you to take some time over this weekend to really think about, how has my life defined me in these past 9 years, and how am I going to now let it design me in these next 9 years, in this next decade? How do I want the 2020s to look like? 2020, 2021, up to 2029. Like, this is such an exciting time, and I'm so happy that you're here now, because being connected to Glam Girls means that you are part of the largest fasting online global sisterhood, okay? Like, hashtag that's amazing, okay? So that, first of all, is super cool. Second of all, I can't share everything yet, but we have so many exciting things that are going to be coming out to help you in 2020 with Glam Girls Inspire. I'm just going to sit here and say there may be some fun courses coming out. There may be some fun swag coming out. All I'm just going to say is I get ready, because it is about to blow up with Glam Girls, with what we have for you girls this next year, because it's just, we're only going up. We're only going up. And we have so many beautiful women that are being part of this, because never more than ever, women are desperate to find a sisterhood of women that don't want to compete with each other. They want to complement in each other. They want to encourage each other. They want to build each other up. And that's what this is all about. It's not about competing with one another. And it breaks my heart when I see women doing that, because we are so powerful and we should be locking arms together, because together we're better. And that's what this sisterhood is all about. So
one soul who's reading this, I know you're tired, and I know you're fed up, and you're probably so close to breaking, but there is strength within you, even when you feel weak, so keep fighting.